Source Nation, I want to welcome you to another fantastic edition of Indie Soul Saturdays. It's really, really dope being here today. We are being brought to you live on Source Radio Network and SRN Live TV. Definitely an amazing show in store today. Number one, I'm just always so geeked now because we're doing video and whatnot, which is so dope to me. We've come so far, and it's all because of you, our listeners. So we are extremely grateful for that. But just kind of moving forward, I want to welcome in a special guest that we have in store today. We've definitely been following her for so long, definitely connected with her in the past, and she's got some amazing music out here. Definitely going to be a lot going on within this hour. She's going to bring us some live music, definitely going to sing a song live for us. We got some other music playing, and she's just got a whole lot of things that are really happening for her right now. So I know everybody's wondering, who's he talking about? Who's he talking about? So I want to welcome in TamikaJ. Thank you so much for doing the show with us today.
No problem.
I think it's amazing. And I know we kind of talked a little bit, obviously, before we started, but I think that you have an amazing journey. And I think it's so awesome for you, obviously, to be out here following your dreams and like living your passion, living your best life and doing what you love and having so much success with it now. Like, what is that like for you, just to kind of see how everything is, I don't want to say bubbling, but like everything is just kind of like exploding now. Like how is that feeling for you?
It confirms why I moved. It confirms why I had to kind of come out of my comfort zone in Florida and come to Florida. I mean, to come to California,
right,
to see my music. And it's even like the little things. I had a show last night, and just having people come and say that my music is amazing and buying my merchandise, everything is just it means so much to me. The love that I'm getting here. I still feel on cloud nine from last night's show. So,
like, how was that for you to kind of step out of your comfort zone? Because obviously you've been in Miami, and that kind of, obviously that's been your home base, and you've been there for so long, and now to be in Los Angeles, where it's not even just celebrity, but I mean, there's a musician and there's talent and there's artists everywhere. So I mean, if you thought it was a lot in Miami, you don't know what you're looking at in California. Like, there's a ton of people there, and to get the support that you're getting already in a place like that is still kind of so fresh and new for you. Like, what was that like for you to step out of your comfort zone and do that?
Oh man, it was. I'm not gonna lie. I like. I know the challenge. I don't know. It did something to me because I like to think, like I get scared, but the challenge of knowing that I'm entering a place full of artists excited me because it made me want to stand out more. Also, it made me appreciate what I learned in South Florida a lot. Like, me will always be home, but I had to go through what I went through in Miami to learn what I'm going through in LA.
Right.
And being around a bunch of artists, it motivates me to be better. So, you're like, even just with my guitar playing, like, you see a lot of musicians here that are extremely better in their guitar playing, and motivates me to get better. There's people here that are performing more and have who are like going hard on their vocal ability and things like that. It makes me want to be better.
Right.
So, and it the grind is every day, and I'm fall more and more in love with the grind here.
Like, what do you see as the major differences with you being there now versus being in Miami? And when I ask you that, I'm really thinking more in terms of you being able to be yourself, and the fact that, like, you play acoustically and you carry a guitar and you play that, and there's so many people that love that, but I think that is obviously is bigger in some areas than it is in other areas. Like how accepting are they to that?
Oh, they're very accepting here to play. One thing I will say, the difference between South Florida and LA. LA definitely caters to original music.
Mhm.
Um, in Florida, if in order to kind of like make it, you have to be in a cover band. You have to be in a top 40 band, which
I've heard.
is yeah, which is okay for some people who want to do it. But if you're an original artist, as such as myself, you don't want to be singing other people's songs for the rest of your life. So,
Right.
and hey, I will say they cater more to originality. I will say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
now I thought I heard you mention you said you had a show yesterday, right?
Yes.
So talk about the experience of that show and, obviously connecting with the fans and like how did everything go?
It was. I mean, I like still feel like I'm still like floating on cloud nine because I've been only here in LA for 5 months, and the shows that I've been able to attain has just um been a blessing for me. And just be a girl from Miami and bring Miami spice to LA and bring that Caribbean spice to like in front of a bunch of people who have no idea who I am. I'm not Beyonce, I'm not freaking Janet Jackson, but the fact that they just rocked with me, and then after my set, floods of people just wanting to know who I was, just buy my music, buying my merchandise. Like it's just it's so amazing because I released the two songs, Same Man and PSA, and a lot of times as an independent artist, there's a lot of trial and error. And just the fact that it's being well received, that my personality is being well received, my stage performance is being well received. Me just being me is just being well received. And that to me is just like amazing. That's why I feel like I'm still on time.
Yeah. Has it been easier for you to be in that creative space and create new music since you've been there for the past 5 months?
I would say, oh yeah, yes, because there's been a lot of ups and there's been a lot of lows. So what in my low times, instead of um being depressed and not creating, I write. So I have a lot of material on my phone. I have a lot of materials that it might be a song, it might be on an album. It's definitely it's forced me to create because I am here by myself. I don't have the comfort of going to my mom. I could call my mom, but it forces me to really, really get to know myself, and it makes me a better woman, and it makes me a better artist.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's amazing that you took that leap, and because so many people would want to do it, but be scared to do it, and they just wouldn't do it. So I think it's amazing that you took that leap. Obviously, it was in a great direction, and I think I was going to say I think it's going to pay off, but I feel like it's already paying off because like
Yeah.
you're doing so well out there, and we're seeing and we're hearing your name like in so many different ways and in positive ways. It's truly amazing.
Thank you. Yay. Yeah.
Now, what are in terms of projects like where are you in terms of I would say working on new music and projects and things that you want to put together?
Yeah. So I am in the process, like I said before, I'm writing. And I'm in the process of actually a documentary for PSA.
Okay.
So basically the title of the documentary is called "What's Your PSA?" And because PSA is pretty much about what's going on in the world, and my in the song, so he's talking about his life as a Haitian man in America, and he's just not talking about he's talking about his life as a Haitian man and also his life as a black man because there's two differences: being a Haitian man that has an accent and being a black man going through racism in America. So I spoke to a few people that are not from America, few people who are of Jamaican Haitian descent, and I wanted to know their life, how it is, how it is in America. So I'm working on that documentary, which I'm excited about. And another project I'm working on, which is very new for me. I'm actually doing I'm writing my own script, which is so different for me. And the title of that is what's my story? What's my story? And I'm going that would be probably all done and filmed in the winter. And obviously, I'm working on new music as well. Me and my producer in Florida were trying to do another song as well, working on another song.
I think that's amazing. And one of the next things I was going to have you do was kind of talk about, you know, some of your songs, because I know that we're going to be playing PSA on the show today. So that's good that you spoke a little bit about that. We're also going to be playing Same Man and then also Let Me Be Your Journey. So kind of talk about, kind of give us some background on Same Man and then also on Let Me Be Your Journey, because then we'll go ahead and start playing those. And I know we'll kind of make some room too for you to do a live thing for us as well.
Hey, okay, so PSA and Same, I decided to just put those two singles out just because I've never put two singles out, so I was like, you know, I'm an independent artist, just go ahead and do it. And PSA, there's so much of a backstory, but to make a long story short, I wrote PSA years ago, and PSA was about, the whole foundation of the song was everywhere. It was just like I was talking about my life, I was talking about world issues, I was talking about single life and everything like that, and then I condensed it into a song. But then the more and more I recorded it, I didn't want to talk about myself. I have plenty of songs that talk about myself. I want to talk about the issues of the world. I wanted people to know what was happening in the world, and then I decided to have my dad on it, and talking about life in Haiti, as I said before, and he's talking about his life as a Haitian man in America. And so on the cover of that's actually my dad. He served in the military, so I wanted to have people talk about a black man, but he's still going through issues as racism, and he's still going through issues as being in front of because he's Haitian and because he has an accent. So that's the PSA. And it's been going really, really well, and I just want PSA to ignite conversation. Same Man I wrote while I was visiting LA, and make that long story short, I met a guy, and then guy was just super weird. I mean, like, very, very cute, but just super weird. And I remember I'm in the car with him, and then I just looked out the window, and I said, "Do I fall for the same man?" And then I went to the Airbnb, and then I just said to myself, maybe it's a pattern that I'm going through. So then I just wrote down "Same Man." It was not even supposed to be a song. It was actually like it was. And then I just got my guitar out, and then I just started playing the guitar, and I just like, oh snap! So that's how "Same Man" was first, and I'm excited about these two songs. And "Same Man" got it's Afro Punk SoundCloud playlist, which I'm so excited for. So it's going well.
I wonder if that guy is sitting somewhere like, damn, that song was about me.
No, that's how weird he is. You pay attention. He just his little heart. You know, he's just the weirdest guy I've met. Very, very and I also started a podcast, and I was talking about the song "Same Man," and we really talked because obviously he's weird, but that song was first. That highlighted like of him acting with weird and things. So yeah.
Well, I think as I said before, I think that it's really all amazing. Like, I'm so excited again. For anybody just tuning in, we are live with TamikaJ right here on Indie Soul Saturdays and SRN Live TV. Definitely an amazing show. This will be available for anybody to go back and check out on YouTube. We will have it on our website as well. So definitely, we want to thank you again for being here. I'm glad that you went ahead and you started talking about the songs. We're actually going to go ahead and start playing some of the music now. So we're going to actually start with PSA. I think all your music is amazing, and there's so much that we really could play here. So, I mean, we definitely carefully picked what we wanted to play, but we're going to go ahead and start with PSA. So I'll let you go ahead and introduce PSA here.
Yes, this is my song, PSA, Public Service Announcement. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. What is
yours. Will we ever survive? What is this meaning to life? Trapped inside my mind. We all go through it. Find your peace and love through it. We all go through it. Find your peace and love through it.
Life was not easy in Haiti for my parents due to political tension. When I came to the US, I was just a teenager.
Trapped in a dark illusion. Elements of genocide. History repeating itself. Reasons to cry. We all go through it. Find your peace and love through it. We all go through it. Find your peace and heal through it. We all go through it. Find your peace and love through it. We all go through it. Find your peace and love through it.
As a man in the US, the tasks were not easy. I had to face bigotry from black in America due to the fact that I speak a different language. They used to call me French. It was a challenge. I had to defend myself and take the occasionally. At the same time, I had to be creative. That we are all the same, despite our language barrier.
I'm not a Democrat, I'm not Republican. I don't even know what these politicians saying. My people suffering, they are the murdering. You see my fist up, you say shooting us. This is my genocide. My heart is so honest, cause now my life is on the motherfucking line. This is my PSA, this is not a game. Open your eyes, see the world's murder.
Our ancestors were from Africa, and we should all learn from each other. After graduating from high school, I enlisted in the US Army, where I had been through a lot of obstacles. But I still got
We all go through it. Find your peace and love through it. We all go through it. Find your peace and heal through it. We all go through it. Find your peace and love through it. We all go through it. Find your peace and love through it.
and I am very proud to be Haitian. Moi, mes petites moi qui descendent haïtien, petite descendine.
I think that, first of all, I love the song. I think that with everything that's going on in the world, like, I think that this is the perfect time for a song like that. And I think that we need, obviously, more music and more songs like that. Like, talk about just the, I guess, just the overall process of putting it together, and then what has been the overall reception of that song when obviously you go out and you do your shows and you perform that song, given everything that's going on in the climate right now. Like, what's the perception?
Yeah, that's a good question. The reception to PSA versus the same name, of obviously same name in the dance. So PSA is kind of like, oh my God, I can speak about the world. I don't want to say it kills guys, but reception on social media is not as popular as say men, which I expected because PSA is not a video, like, you know, it's not like a club band. But the beauty of PSA is that when I perform it, I get a chance to actually tell the crowd, the audience, what PSA is about. I had a show on Wednesday night, and I got a chance to sing PSA, and I got a chance to put my dad's audio into the while I was performing, I was able to put his audio, and the audience was able to see what he was saying. And someone came up to me and said that they were touched by the words, something like that. And I was a little like, I wouldn't say nervous, but just a little like, okay, performing PSA, especially in America, you know, because I'm talking about Black men in America, and then performing it in front of white people is like, you know, you want them to still receive the message. But I was so pleased that Wednesday night, the people that came up to me were white individuals saying how much PSA meant to them. So
Right.
it confirms why this song continues to be played, even if it's not on the radio.
Right. I just think that now is a perfect time. Like when you really look at everything that's going on in society right now, I think that a lot of people were in a place like, you know, a few years ago where they kind of could mask a lot of the things that were going on. And if they were going through certain things, it wasn't necessarily out there versus now. It's like everybody's going through so much, and there's so many different things happening out there, and all the violence that we're seeing against just Black people in general. And a lot of stuff, it can't be ignored anymore. So now to hear a song like, you know, what this and what it represents, like it helps a lot of people just in terms of hoping and knowing that, you know, somebody else sees what they're seeing and somebody else, you know, gets it. So I think in that respect, like I think it really do wonders for so many people.
Thank you. And my uncle heard it, and he was like, this is a call to, you know, for Haitians, like this is a call for action, you know, let them know that we are here, that we are valued, you know, like people that are not from America, we should be as valued as typical American, you know. And there's so many elements to this song, and the chant is the song is, we all go through it, find your peace and through it. Because at the end of the day, I can talk about so many issues, so we are all going through. We're going through some form of depression, we're going through financial issues, we're going through self-esteem. We all go through it and find your peace and heal through it, you know. So that is the heart of the song, but the foundation is the fact that we all go through it.
Right. Now, as far as the cover of the single cover, you said that was your dad, or who was that?
It's my dad. Shout out my friend. His name is Ken Isis. You can find him on Instagram, and he has a great visual eye. And I said, hey, I want to use a military photo for PSA, and he did his really artsy thing, and that's the cover now. My dad's a little too bad star. My dad is everywhere. Before I thought of doing the photo, I had to prove to my dad. I said, do you mind use your military photo for this song? And he was like, yes. Yeah.
That was going to be my next question, is like, what was his thought, obviously, of you using the cover? Like, that's like, I think it's an amazing way of obviously showing, you know, respect and love and appreciation for what he's done, you know, what he's done for not just you, but for the whole world.
Yeah, he was definitely excited. I told him that promoting the song, I commented on my Facebook and my Instagram saying they're on the verge of tears because they heard my dad's audio and the things that he had to say. And I was just like, oh, when I heard that, he was like, wow, and, you know, Dad, you're famous. Huh?
I think it's definitely amazing. Like I said, I love the song. I think it's going to do so many amazing things. So kudos on that. We're going to go ahead and move on to Same Man now. And I know that you told us about that. I don't want to hear about this crazy guy no more. So you go ahead. You go ahead and introduce Same Man to Source Nation.
Same Man right now, right? It's available on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. And get ready to dance. And Same Man, yours truly.
Hey, you know what? I think I'm doing something. You're playing this live for us, right?
Oh, am I? Oh. I was wondering. Oh, okay. Okay, so, all right. Do you guys see me? Because I can't see you.
Yes.
Do you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. There it is.
So to me, there's nothing like listening to an artist sing and they sound just like the album, or they sound just like, obviously the MP3. So I think it's amazing. Thank you so much for doing that live. And I know that those out there that are watching were definitely loving that. They were loving your voice. I appreciate you for that.
No problem. No problem.
So now, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm saying I love that song.
As does so many other people, and as does us as well. So like, definitely kudos for that. Thank you so much for doing that live for us. So now, let me be your journey. Talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to go ahead and play that.
Let Me Be Your Journey is another. I love that song. I know I'm pushing shit at the same man, but I'm still pushing Let Me Be Your Journey. Let Me Be Your Journey I wrote years ago. Well, 2 years ago, and it was about another guy. And I don't know. It's like when you meet somebody and that honeymoon phase, everything is just beautiful. Like they can't be, even their breath smells like heaven. It's like I love. And so I was dating this guy, and it was the honeymoon phase was just amazing. And then I went to the talk, and I just started speaking. And I wanted to be this journey. I wanted to, be with him, and I wanted to grow with him, and all that. I was definitely in my feelings, and that's how your journey was first. Obviously, it didn't work out. Be homeboy, but I realized Let Me Be it's like it's a love anthem. Like somebody so much that you want to journey with them through the good and through the bad. You want to grow with them, because love is a journey. So that's what Let Me Be Your Journey is about.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about that after we play the song, but this is Let Me Be Your Journey. We are live with TamikaJ right here on Indie Soul Saturdays and SRN Live TV. Again, this is Let Me Be Your Journey.
You captivate me in my mind. I see you in my head, can't get you out of my mind. My heart is connected to you, baby. Take your hand, don't be afraid. I'm here. Let me be your journey. Let me compass your thoughts, baby. Every pulsating movement is exactly what I need. Let me be your journey, baby. You serenade me in my heart. You move my body, come touch me, baby. My soul is connected to you, baby. Love me, surrender to me. I'm here. Let me be your journey. Let me compass your thoughts, baby. Every pulsating movement is exactly what I
Again, I love that. I know so many other people love that song as well. Like of all the songs that, you know, and obviously you put so much together, you put so much music out, and things are doing so well for you right now. Like, what would you say of your own catalog are your favorite tracks right now, especially when you go out and you perform and you're doing shows? Like, what are your favorite songs to perform?
That's hard. Those are like all they're like my babies, like my kids. So it's hard to say like what kid is your favorite, right? Because Let Me Be Your Journey makes me, you know, when I performed it live and when I was in the studio, I felt so complete. I felt in a different vibe. When I recorded Say Man, it felt good. When I was recording PSA, I thought it's hard to pick one. I would say there's one like I love to perform the song called Breathe Out. Nothing. You know, it puts me in like this like I feel like I'm in this space. Like this. I don't know, I feel I'm in another world when I sing that song. Let Me Be a Journey. I want to just take off my shoes, put my turban on, and just like just dance. This man just makes me want to see my booty. Yeah, put my hat on and just like out to the people. Like they all put me in a different. I can't pick one. I can't. I literally can't pick one.
So kind of switching gears back to the conversation in regard to Let Me Be Your Journey. How difficult is it for you to kind of do the normal things like have, obviously the relationships and things like that with crazy scheduling, you doing shows and putting music together and working on these amazing projects that you have coming out soon? And like, how difficult is it for you to kind of live, I guess, the quote unquote normal life and have relationships and whatnot?
Yeah, I told somebody not constantly, but make sure that your business doesn't handicap you from your personal life.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times we're on the grind, I'm gonna be on the grind. But then I'm like, wait, Tamika still wants love. Tamika still wants to be a mother one day. Tamika wants to own a home. There's so many things that personal life is that she needs to do for herself that doesn't have to do with me, So I do my best to make sense. The dating world is I don't know. I can go on and on. Like we want this to be like a party session. Like I don't like games in the paperwork. If I want to tell somebody, I don't feel like I have to wait 5 days. I don't feel like I have to wait 2 weeks. If I'm feeling something, I just tell you how I feel. But like I suck at dating. Sometimes I just feel like I don't know. But the dating world, I feel like as a musician it's a little difficult because I will say social media, and you wonder if they are intrigued by what they see on Instagram or if they really want to know the real
right.
thing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So kind of talk about the future for TamikaJ. Like what's happening. I would even say within this next year, what are some of the things that we can really look for? But then where do you feel like you want to be as an artist, say, even in 5 years?
I want to be touring. I want to take my music in Europe. I want to take my music everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I see a Grammy.
I see multiple Grammys. Yeah.
I see my music being on films, and I see my music being on TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I just I submitted my music to be on Insecure and Spike Lee's new show. She's Gotta Have It. So I see myself having my name and my brand, my logo circulated everywhere. And so even next year, I really would love to put out an album. I want a Christmas music album, a EP, and I really want to be on tour with my band. I'm working on my album right now. You can just walk with me and let's make this money, like Carson says. So where I see, and at the same time, I, I feel like God is saying, like, if you only knew. Because I mean, I feel like I'm this, but God is saying, if you only knew. So I'm open to all the blessings that God has.
Well, I think that you did an amazing thing by relocating to the Los Angeles area. It can be scary, and it's so much going on out there. And obviously, you know, there's a lot of differences, even just, you know, when you think even outside of music and just the cost of living and, you know, obviously how things change coming from Miami to going to LA and how much more expensive it is to live and how much more crucial it is now for you to be able to make some power moves and get some things going on so that you can just survive. So I think it's an amazing thing. I congratulate you for doing that because a lot of people would be so scared to do it. I think that things are going to continue to really rise for you because, like, I mean, we're looking at things rising right now, and it's super amazing. So it was really an honor to obviously be able to have this conversation with you and to be able to share your music with everybody and get that live offering as well. Where can people check you out online? So that being website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't know if you're stepping into the Snapchat world. I'm 41 and I just got in there, so I'm on Snapchat now. And yeah, where can everybody get you?
You can find me on, mostly I am on Instagram. I do post most of my shows. That's at Tamika, TAMIKA, and also I'm in the middle of revamping my website, but you still can go there and find my music, and that is www.tamikajmusic.com. And on Facebook, you can find me there. Once you go on the website, you'll find all the music, all the social media links, everything. So so that's what I can do next. I can't keep up with these young folks. I just can't. It's too much. It's too much. Way too much.
I got one living in my house, so I got to keep up somehow.
So I like to stick to my Facebook, Instagram, and my website. That's all I'm good for.
Okay. Well, I think it's amazing. I thank you so much for taking the time out and having this conversation with me today. Thank you, and we definitely want to have you back as more is going on. I'm looking for that full project too, like a full album. I think you got it in you, and I think that a lot of people would definitely love to get that. And just like you said, I see the Grammy, but I see a whole bunch of them though. So I don't think just one. I see a whole bunch of them, and I see all kind of other awards and accolades too.
Yes.
So thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, and we definitely will do this again.
Yes. All the Source Nation family, I love y'all. Yeah, for real.
Definitely. You have a great one.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.